Okay, let us look at this question coming from past question from JAM. We are given that what a capacitor 8 microfarad is charged to a potential difference of 100 volts. The energy stored by the capacitor is dash. We have options here, option A to D. Now, before we solve this question, I want you to understand that what the energy stored in the capacitor is given by what the average quantity of charge multiplying the potential difference in that what capacitor or within that what electric what circuit. Now, we understand that what energy is equal to what average quantity of charge multiplying the what the potential difference. But remember that what in our capacitance, we were meant to understand that what C is equal to the quantity of charge all over what the potential difference. So now in our capacitance, it means giving a conductor a charge so that what it can produce what potential difference between it and its surroundings. That is the essence of having our capacitance. So now if we can decide to make Q subject of formula here, if you make Q subject of formula here, so your Q here is going to give us CV. Now when you plug in this for Q here in this expression, so you're going to have your E, plugging this for that, you're going to give us half times C, then we have V, that is CV here, then also multiplying another V. So which means we are going to have what? Half CV squared. So this is one of the formulas. What if we decide to make here the volts, the subject of the formula? Let us replace it from here. Here, we can decide to make it subject of formula here. If we decide to make it subject of formula, at the end of the day, we are still going to have our E equal to what? Half multiplying Q squared all over what? The capacitance. Because in this case, we are going to have our V here is equal to what? C all over what? Okay, you're going to give us Q rather all over what? C here. When you make this sort of formula, making the V sort of formula here. Now, if you come to this expression, if you plug it here, we are going to have this. So now, we are going to look at the question. Let us look at which of them, according to the parameters given to us here, what are the things that are given to us? Given to us here, we have C, which is the capacitor, or the capacitance is equal to what? 8 microfarad. Now, we are not going to work with microfarad. We are going to work with farad because the SI unit of capacitance is what? Farad. It's going to give us 8 times 10 raised to the power negative 6. That is what farad. Okay. Now, what is given to us again is a potential difference. V is equal to 100 volts. Now, let us look at which of the formulas now among these three that we are going to use. Since quantity of charge is not known, so we ignore this. And secondly, look at this one. This is one we are going to use now. Good. Because capacitance is given to us and the volts is also given to us. So let us make use of this. So we then say that what? Your energy is going to give us half multiplying. What is our capacitance? This is the capacitance. 8 times 10 raised to the power negative 6. Then times, what is our volt? Which is what? 100 all squared. Okay, 100 what? All squared. Let us evaluate this so that we can have our options. Check it out. We have E as equal to what? Half times what? 8 times 10 raised to the power negative 6 times. Now let us express this one also in standard form. It's going to give us 10 raised to the power 2, then all squared. Okay, now we can cancel out. This one can cancel this. This U4. So we cannot have E, which is the energy stored, equal to what? 4 times 10 raised to the power negative 6. Then this square here, we affect this one, become what? Times 10 raised to the power what? 4. Now, since the base are the same here, we're going to add up according to the law of indices, add up the powers. So that will now have E equal to 4 times 10 raised to the power negative 6 plus this 2. So at the end of the day, you're going to have your energy stored equal to 4. Minus 6 plus 2 is going to give you what? Minus 4. Okay, this is plus 4, sorry. This is plus 4, not 2. So it's going to give us what? 4 times 10 raised to the power negative 2. Then you know that, of course, it is in joules. So let us check if the answer is in the option. Okay, look at the answer is D. So correct answer is equal to what? D. That is the answer. If you find this class very interesting, please don't hesitate to share this video. Do well to like and follow our post, follow our page. Bye.